have a question for you, Panthers Nation, and I should have added this to the original video that I just did. But at this point, I recorded that, and I'm not going to go back and record it. But it was a tidbit of information that gives me and you a little bit of insight into where this coaching hire is going to go. And I wouldn't say you had to be a genius, and I think you could have predicted it. I could have predicted this. But there was some news that came out today, and if you followed these past few weeks, all these interviews, there's been some requests for Ejiro Evero to interview as a defensive coordinator for other teams. We have blocked that. We was like, he can't do it. And that's normal. It's normal for a lateral move. Now, if it's a position coach interviewing for a coordinator role or a coordinator interviewing for a head coach, you can't block progressive moves like that. You can block the lateral moves. So we've been shutting down Ejiro Evero. I joked the memes of, blocking whatever Tepper's doing over there. He shut it down. And very quietly, we've been waiting for Thomas Brown's name to pop. And I should say Ejiro Evero is getting consideration for head coaching gigs. Going through interviews, the Atlanta Falcons, one of those teams, cross-division rival, why not? Steve Wilkes, Atlanta Falcons, another one. But here we are. Thomas Brown has been granted the ability to go out and interview for the offensive coordinator role for the Chicago Bears. This tells me that the position that we are going to hire, or the role we're going to hire as a head coach, is going to be someone that is focused on offense. An offensive-minded coach is going to be coming to Carolina. That's my feeling, and I know we're interviewing defensive coaches. I don't know if we're showing our hand too soon. And, in theory, maybe even if you brought on a defensive coach, I think the writing was on the wall that Thomas wasn't going to be back. We can even go way, way back to the end of the season, with the tweets that were coming out from his wife, if you followed that whole saga. And so I would say it's not a surprise at all. But as we think about these candidates that are coming through and who's who and who's going to be here next year, it sounds like more than likely Thomas Brown is going to be gone. But think about this. Here you go. You have Thomas Brown and quarterback number 1. Is that going to be Caleb Williams? Is it going to be the Drake May? Are they going to keep Justin Fields? I have no idea. But just think about it, because we look at the success of Buffalo. We ship off Joe Brady and say, farewell, see ya, you're garbage. Here he is running the Buffalo Bills offense, rejuvenating them, getting him to the playoffs, going on a playoff run. They look like a true contender in the playoffs, going to have a big game this week. Are we going to see that same thing happen with Thomas Brown? I think Thomas Brown's a little bit sooner. I know we ran Joe Brady off pretty early as well. I think there was way more stuff happening there. But you wonder, is that going to happen when we sell Thomas Brown to go buy? I don't know. All right, folks, let me know what you think about that. Ciao.